Precious souls, welcome back to our happy space. I've been getting downloads all day. So, this message is a little heavy, a little light, but it's definitely for somebody. Let's find out what we need to know, though. But while I'm shuffling, I'll let you know some of the downloads I've been receiving. So, we're going to call in your higher self, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors. Okay. So, some of you, especially if you're of my collective, you've been going through a lot of heavy energy, trying to push through. I think a lot of you, if you're in my collective, if you're of my collective and resonate with a lot of my readings, you'll also know that you've been up against some very dark energies. You'll also have received downloads seeing how all of these people that have been coming against you all have one common denominator. And for some of you, it will be all leading back to that one toxic, narcissistic individual that you broke free from. And there's nothing more toxic than a vindictive, narcissistic person who lost when they were trying to destroy you. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So, with the Ace of Cups, this overflowing joy, emotion, okay? This is something being given to you, as you can see the hand coming out of nowhere, by the divine. You have been up against it. Some of you for months and months and months. Like, yes, you escaped the narcissistic toxins, and all you were trying to do is stay in your lane, just survive, recover, and then try to rebuild. But they couldn't stop. They just operate in such darkness. Some of them have been definitely using black magic. Okay, you can laugh if you want. I think my collective knows very well what this is and knows that it is very real, that cults are very real, people getting together, connected together. So some of you had so-called friends, frenemies sent. Yes, they were directly connected to this person. It doesn't have to be a love interest. Okay? This toxic individual that lost at the game when they were trying to destroy you, they lost, and they did not like that. I felt spirit right here beside me. They had people that they were sending in to try to destroy you from the inside, and it didn't work. It definitely messed with your life. But justice, I'm feeling strongly justice, and everything's being exposed. So now they're desperate. Some of them will try and wiggle back into your life and expose some of the other people in hopes that they'll be forgiven because they're starting to receive karma now. Some of them will try even harder, but they've been stripped of all of their spiritual gifts because of the level that they work to try to destroy you. 9:28 on the clock. That's definitely relevant. That was my address when I was a child. That was the number. So this has some of you have been up against the dark forces since you were younger because you're a light being, because you're a light worker. You didn't realize, of course, none of us did, that we were being targeted when we were children. But you need to know, and I think this is why Spirit gave this to me right off the hop, that this is what's coming in for you. Okay, this is a gift. You have been strong. You have been, no matter what you did, working hard on everything that your craft, working hard on whatever it is that you knew you were here to be. This is the truth, guys. There's the truth. The clarity, the truth, it's all being exposed. It's all coming to you. You operated in strength despite what they were trying to bring you down with, okay? These are people with dark entities attached to them. Oh my gosh. The truth. You are a truth seer and a truth speaker. You are up on your throne. Okay, you don't mess around anymore. You can see it coming a mile away, but you're also extremely intelligent. And you've been given these downloads. You're someone who can, it's like a detective, like process of elimination, right? And all of the wires connect to the same source. And that's the individual who played a huge part, okay, on trying to get you to your downfall at any cost, at any cost. It's part of the attachment, the dark entity that they have attached to them. They've played with your finances big time. That's one of the easiest ways that they started. They played with your emotions. They wanted you to feel left out in the cold, abandoned. This is someone who totally abused their power and authority. You at one time might have been set up to rely on them, to be dependent, right? You know how they give those little gifts here. Oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to do that. Let me take that off you. You can rely on me until you're dependent in a way that makes you vulnerable. That's for some of you. But these people used everything. But this one common denominator is shaking in their boots now. And if you were to see them, not that you really want to look because we don't look back, but their looks are deteriorating. Everything that they used is deteriorating. Everything's crumbling is what I keep getting. It's crumbling. Their finances are crumbling. You need to know this. And you need to know that the reason I kept saying out there, guys, is stop. Don't give up on yourself when things get hard. There are some of the people that I've heard from that try to blame God. What do you think people like this want? They want you to turn on your faith and start blaming the one who is trying to protect you, your creator, your God. They want you to blame them. Why is this happening to me? What is going on? But you have no idea what's been going on behind the scenes and the level of protection that you've been experiencing from your God, your creator. We can be thankful. We can be so thankful because a lot of these people were working to make sure you were unalived because you also held this information and they did not want you to come forward. It would destroy them in the same way that they wanted to destroy you. Trying to influence your work, trying to take the rug out from under you. Why? Because devil attachments, it's all about ego. It is all ego, jealousy, envy. I gotta win. I gotta win. It doesn't matter. They will destroy themselves trying to destroy others because the entity attached doesn't care about the vessel they're in. They don't care. And they were used by that dark energy to siphon the life out of you, your life force. So for those of you who have remained strong, not buckled, not blamed your God, who's literally your entire team trying to protect you on the spirit world. For those of you who remain true, and despite days of crying, days of weakness, losing so much time, resources, some of you, they went after your homes, love, seeing that the same people kept getting, some of them, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm not Delulu. This is straight from source. These people sent in people to get in work from the inside, okay? Some of them were like lovers, like wannabe lovers that showed up. They watched you. Gang stalking, right? These are people that sent others in to watch you, to play as friends and destroy you right from inside out. They were watching. And they all reported back to the same individual, the same cold, heartless, non-emotional. It's like a shell of a being that these dark energies were in. They were doing everything to stop you from bossing up. You're a warrior. You're extremely psychic, highly charismatic. And the more you're going through this glow up, the more they are just freaking out because you're not afraid anymore. You're not afraid to see the truth, speak the truth. You're well beyond anything that they were trying to hold you in, captive in. You believe in yourself and you will use that passion to keep driving forward in faith. And that is what is leading you to this. Complete heart's fulfillment. You're going to, right soon, okay? Not only are they being exposed publicly, which is like the worst nightmare for someone who operates in these dark energies, the worst nightmare. Like everything that they tried to take from you is definitely, they're losing. So imagine to what level these people are hanging on for dear life, doing everything that they can to take you out or have you take yourself out, to stop believing, to have you disconnected from your source, your divine team. It's not going to happen. You've gone through so much that all they did was make you stronger. You tamed that ego. You operate solely in faith because they didn't realize it, but the more they stripped you of everything you had, the more you had no choice but to lean on faith. All they did was strengthen you. Your ego, the ego deaths you've experienced, the cycles you've broken through, have put you up on this incredible pedestal for them to watch as you completely thrive now. Like I said, there is an offer coming forward from the divine that is going to have you on your knees crying in relief, feeling so incredibly rewarded for everything you do. Always just staying in your own lane, just operating out of love and forgiveness. You are a powerhouse. And they're terrified. Oh my gosh. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. You are going to be so completely fulfilled in your home life, with loved ones, with lovers, with your soul tribe, with everything that makes your heart so full. It's all being done in the background. And these people, I'm seeing rodents. They're freaking out. They're not getting sleep at night. They're up all in their head. They're heavily thinking, trying to strategize. What can I do to save myself? Well, you know what? They should have been thinking about that when they were trying to bring an end to you for no other reason than greed, malice, vindictive behavior, operating in the lowest of vibrations. I'm seeing rats scurry when you turn on the lights. That's what I'm seeing. You did the healing, and that's what saved you. You started to look within and say, how did I set myself up to align with any of these people? That's not you anymore. That's an old version of yourself that didn't believe in you and hadn't the strength and the faith to get you through things. But guess what? This all taught you, didn't it? You went within. You are such a profound, wise source for others. You light the way for others because of what you've been through. And you can say you're welcome to the world for all that you've experienced, because they will not have to go to that level, to that degree of what you suffered through. You could teach it. You can share it. And they'll never have to know what it feels like to fight for your life, your existence. You are so divinely protected at this time. You are so wise. You carry all the wisdom, all the information to help others. And that's why they come at you so ruthlessly. But balance is being restored. I know you've heard this. It's happening. It's happening. That common denominator is really freaking out. But so is everybody else. Some of them are going to get jail time for what's being exposed. And you're just carrying on your merry way, manifesting the life of your dreams. You are not going to let anything that happened to you be a part of who you are now. We don't want to focus on it. That's why I don't really like doing readings like this, but I was being called to share this because some of you are hanging on by a thread for hope and faith. You could feel it in your bones. Everything is going to work out, but you don't know how. It's because everything's being brought to light. Because you are the light for others in the darkness. If you're surrounded by darkness, it's because you are the light for others. And what you went through was not in vain. I can't make this up. They are so regretful they came against you. Justice is being called. And I'm not kidding, guys. Some of them are going to 3D world physical jail for what they did to you. How they extracted information. How they slandered you. The money that they tampered with. There's fraud, coercion. There are people in high places that abuse their power and authority. We're talking lawyers. We're talking judges. We're talking police. They're all down to this common denominator who had the power to be in rooms that you couldn't even enter. And they misuse this power to such a level, to such a degree, that they have to be exposed. And everybody who was one of their puppets, all of their flying monkeys, people who received money in exchange for what they would do to you on this person's behalf, they're all coming to light. And like I said, they are in deep regret. They are in deep remorse. So don't be surprised during this retrograde if people from your past start coming up and kissing your butt, trying to make things right, to get out of the karma that they're receiving. Oh, I didn't even notice this. 5-5. There is massive, massive change, guys. Massive change. The things that they tried to get away with at all costs. Strategizing, stealing, the level that these people who believed they were masterminds, the way that they actually were used by these dark entity attachments because they operated in low enough vibration that these devil attachments could actually take over their vessel and operate in this way is just mind-blowing. So if you're going through a period of stagnancy, just know you're being turned upside down, held so that the blood can finally rush to your head and you can see this perspective and shake it off. They want you not operating in faith. They want you to turn on your creator. And your creator is the one who's been carrying you through this. You have no idea what you have been rescued from and protected from. So get a new perspective while you're sitting there hanging in this time where you need to do some retrospection, okay? With the Hermit card. You know better. It was none of these people. It was your God that was protecting you. You're seeing it now. You're seeing the process of elimination. You are following the lines all back to one thread. And don't kid yourself. That one thread was also a little puppet for something much larger. So everything is going to be fine. You need to know this. You will continue to focus because you divinely know that you are getting these intuitive hits. Just keep pushing forward. Keep pouring into yourself. Keep your confidence. They want you shattered. Keep working on what you're doing. Pour yourself into the things that you love, things you love working on, because there are so many things coming. Truth and absolute heart's fulfillment, overflowing emotion to the point where to the level that they wanted to cripple you and destroy you, you will be on that throne. So we know how high you're rising. And it drives them crazy because everything that they tried to put on you, they will now experience. And they aren't as strong as you. You develop that strength. Where's my little strength card? You develop that strength through your healing. And they haven't done the healing. So they are weak. Okay? They actually helped you become so strong and so healed because you were placed in these positions where you were holding upside down. I'm trying to find my card. Sorry, guys. Where you were left holding upside down like the hanged one. You had no choice but to go within. You had no choice but to walk in faith because they had taken so much from you. So we can be grateful for the lessons. We can cut all cords, seeing the common denominator, how they're all connected. And just remember, guys, there are big rewards with those 2 aces coming in for you. This is not your end. It's your brand new beginning. Brand new beginning. And that's the truth, and you saw it. It's the end for those who tried to stop your brand new beginning. Some of them delayed it by a long time, and you know this, you feel this. But everything that they took from you, it's going to be taken from them. They should have been keeping track because they're about to lose everything. And you're about to get it all back and some. So keep shining. Keep believing. Stay strong in your faith.